So, before this video, I put a couple of before pictures, and I'm making this video, and after the video, I'm going to put some after pictures. I'm just making this video in between the pictures to just explain how I did all this. So, in the pictures, there's actually, the earth here is higher up than the patio by probably 2 feet. So I wanted to connect the patio to the driveway so that I could, if I need to, back into the patio to bring things into the back door, either because shopping or whatnot. It's just easier to just back up than to have to drag things all the way from the driveway. So I also wanted to allow my kids to be able to ride their bikes, and if there would have been a patch of earth here with a cliff or with a retaining wall, they wouldn't be able to do that. So this ramp here actually provides the ability it connects the patio and the driveway. So it actually is a great advantage. So I built this in 2 separate stages. First, I think I did the lower stage first. Took like 6 or 7 hours to mix the cement, and then we did this top, and I created a lip over here. There's a little bit of a lip, like 1 inch, and that's for when water comes down over here along the sides. It doesn't go down the patio. There's an incline, so it just follows its way down the driveway to the street. Anyway, now, one of the main things that we had to consider was a retaining wall, because this earth used to come straight down to this cement area, this tiny, patio area. It's really like just a cement walkway. And there was no place to really sit and enjoy the backyard, except for this small area, which, of course, it's not, it doesn't really help. So we decided to flatten this out. Make a patio here, so we built this retaining wall. Originally, I was going to we actually put a fireplace in the retaining wall too. I still need to build the chimney for this fireplace, and we've used this fireplace a couple of times. So we actually had to build a retaining wall, and originally I was going to buy retaining wall bricks, or there's a whole bunch of ways you could do it with thick pieces of wood to put up a retaining wall. And I really wanted it to be strong. I wanted water to be able to come through the wall and not crack the wall over time, and I wanted it to be thick. And so I imagined thousands of dollars in expense for the material alone. Now, the strange thing is, as I was digging up this whole area, tons and tons of stones and rocks and boulders were found in the ground. So I actually repurposed, instead of spending the money on a retaining wall material, all of these are stones from, or most of them are stones from right here in the ground. In fact, here's a bench made out of stone. It's actually better to see it this way. A bench. Now, this stone was here. It's so big, we just left it here. You can see the wall is on an angle like this instead of straight. And one of the reasons why we did that is because the stone was here already. That stone was actually over here. We moved it. It was like in the ground over here somewhere. We moved it, and we made a bench over here. But yeah, we allowed all these stones, and most of these were just right here in the ground. We organized them. We sifted through them, bigger, smaller. And one of the benefits is, you can see we were able to leave a lot of gaps because the stones are so big. So one of the benefits of having such big stones, like this stone here, is about 1.5 feet or 2 feet wide. It actually goes in the wall more than that. This here, same thing. The long way is into the wall. What you see here is only like 20% of the stone. This thing lies about 3 feet long, deep into the wall. And the purpose for that, and here's another one. These on the bottom are actually many times that size. They're just there into the ground so that the wall doesn't budge at all. And there are This is just the best way to make a wall with boulders. The top stones are smaller, but the bottom stones are huge. In fact, this stone here is about 5 feet wide, and it's 3 feet deep, and the height of this stone is actually about 2 feet. So a good half of this stone is underneath. And that's the best for a retaining wall because then you don't really, the boulders just don't move, and you don't need to put a lot of cement around them. We were able to leave gaps for the pressure to just relieve itself through the wall. So there are many areas where there's just no cement, where there just doesn't need to be because the stones are so big they're just not going to move. Like right there, and you can just see we left gaps, so any water pressure or it would just come through the wall. And it's a very thick wall. It's good 2.5, 3 feet thick, which is hopefully will make it last for 50, 100 years, a long time. This is Pride Rock over here. This stone was just sitting here the whole time. I made a cobblestone step over here, and I'm actually still in the process of finishing it. As I have extra masonry mix, I put it in between the cracks to finish out that cobblestone step. Now what I did was I put down the pavers, I leveled them, and because some areas are, like there's a gap over here of 4 inches from the ground, from the pavers to the end of the step, and this isn't even, and all around are different, different depths and heights. I actually put the pavers where they need to be, level with the ramp, and then the rest of the area, like this is a 2-inch decline from here to here, I filled with cement, so it covers the gaps all around. Yeah, so this is the patio. It's a good 25, 30 feet by 25, 30 feet, and just really was quite a job. We had all this dirt, 1,100 or more bags of dirt. And one of the ways we saved in not having to spend money on removing the dirt with a dumpster or whatnot is there were people in our town who needed dirt because of the lockdown. They actually wanted dirt to level their properties to put swimming pools. So we were actually very fortunate that we were able to fill up these sandbags like people fill up during a hurricane, and people just came and took them in the hundreds, and so that saved us tremendous amounts of money. This whole patio probably would cost, over 10 grand, maybe tens of grand to build, and we were able to do it for like $2,000, $2,500.